Right now at A1 Chesney Service Experts, you can upgrade to a new high-efficiency home comfort system and save up to $1,700. Call A1 Chesney Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS or visit a1chesney.com. A1 Chesney Service Experts. Expert service guaranteed.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, Divas, and welcome to the Divas That Care Network. My name is Candace Gish, and I am the host of this show. So for any of you that have just tuned in today, thank you so much. We're really excited to have you. Our show now has been running for almost 8 years, and we're so excited. We have such amazing guests. Today we have an amazing guest. But, you know, if you haven't had a chance to listen to our calls, all our shows are recorded, and you can find them at divasthatcare.com. We also have a list of 9 divas that we've added to our show of hosts that have their own programs, so we definitely want you to check them out too. Well, let's get started, ladies. I'm so excited. We have an amazing lady coming on today. I would like to welcome her to our diva family because this is the first time she's been on our show, and she's going to be talking about some really cool things here. And I think, you know, I really want you guys to listen to this show because I think she's going to be able to help a lot of you entrepreneurs out there. I think she'll be able to really assist you to getting to the next step. So without further ado, Erica Parker, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you today.
Thanks, Candace. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm excited. You and I have had the opportunity to chat. We're getting to know each other a little bit, but I really love the things that you're offering. But I just want you to spend the next few minutes, Erica, and share with our listeners a little bit about who you are. Let's get to know you.
Sure. So my name is Erica Parker of Lyrical Innovations, LLC, which is an organization that is women-led, a woman leader, which is very important nowadays and very actually monumental to see a lot of women who are kind of taking the reins and doing their own thing. It is a company that's been around for 8 years, and I just recently went full-time with my company in March of this year, of 2018. So it's very exciting to go from someone that is doing it in their spare time, not as a hobby, definitely took it a lot more serious than that, but someone who's able to take a step out on faith and leave their full-time gig to pursue their dreams. So I just recently did that. I've been welcomed with a lot of support and love from family and friends. And today I'd like to speak to those that would like to do the same, or those who are already entrepreneurs, or those that are influencers or thought leaders who are looking to make more of an impact with their expertise and knowledge and what they have to offer. So very excited to speak with you today.
Well, I'm excited because what you do is that you are a writer. You do ghostwriting. You are a writing coach. You do editing. So let's talk about that because I think that's really important. There's a lot of our listeners that are budding authors. There are people that are starting to try to get into blogging, to talk a little bit more about the business. So I want to talk about what it is that you're doing and how can this affect our listeners?
Sure. So those that are, I guess I'll address them one at a time. Those that are budding authors or those that want to write, that have a gift for writing and you've been working on your project, but you could A, be just getting started, B, be kind of halfway through and maybe hit a little bit of writer's block, or C, have finished your entire project and you're just looking for someone to give you feedback or to kind of walk you through the steps of what's next. I work with people of all those, paths, because it's very important to have someone on the other end that has experience that can walk you through. So we definitely love working with people that are in all those stages by offering either ghostwriting, writing coach, or editing services. And then for bloggers, that's, a little bit different because you are, you have a passion about something, you're wanting to put out content on a regular basis to your followers to kind of uplift them, inform them, express your opinion. We help you with getting a message that is pretty consistent with your brand or with your beliefs, making sure that it's readable and that you're able to put it out on a consistent basis because you have people that are checking in that want to stay connected with you. And then there's vloggers, people that are, wanting to write a kind of like a little bit of a loose script. Maybe writing isn't something that you're all that comfortable with, but you still have a message. You still want to connect with your audience. Blogging is a wonderful way to stay connected, but you still may need a little bit of a script to kind of touch on in order to make sure that your message is consistent. We enjoy working with all walks of, communicators to be able to make sure that what you put out there is what's going to represent you in a great light, as well as to connect and engage with your audience.
Ooh, that's so exciting because this is the first time I've had an opportunity to talk with somebody like yourself that could help so many individuals in so many aspects of their profession in a lot of ways, because it's all about that communication. And if we can communicate with somebody, then we can get, as you were saying, our point across so that they understand what our vision is and how we can assist them in any way. So I really think that is quite creative and amazing.
Thank you very much. Then we have the ghostwriting piece of it. So that is a little bit of it's a little exotic to some people, because whenever I tell people I'm a ghostwriter, they're always so inquisitive about it. What it is when you have two options. You can either have a partnership with someone who is looking to, maybe they've written a book before, been there, done that, and they're just not, it's a huge undertaking and they don't want to do it again. And they're just like I'm not interested, but I still want to put out great content for my readers. Or someone that doesn't have the skill or the time, and they're just saying, you know what, just go ahead and write it. I'll read it and kind of give you some pointers, and we'll go from there. So I can either partner with someone that's looking to put something out, or I can just, give you the content, and then you can put your polish on it, you put your spin on it, and still have it as yours. So ghostwriters, clients that hire ghostwriters, you're still in control. I know a lot of people don't really understand, but you are still very much in control of what is put out there. It's only put out to get your approval. So you still are very much in the driver's seat, even though you may not be creating the content all your own. You're still, able to really make sure that what you're putting out there is what your readers want and what's going to represent you appropriately.
Oh, and that's awesome, because, a lot of us wouldn't know what that is. And for the busy entrepreneur out there, maybe that would be a really good option for you, because if you don't have time to do that, having somebody like yourself do that writing for them would be very beneficial.
I agree, yes. And you have to communicate with your audience, with your clients, with prospective clients, in order that information that you put out there is hopefully the information that they will be able to interpret and read and have about you before reaching out. Because personally, if I'm looking to do business with someone, I normally do, Google them and try to find as much information as I can before reaching out. That's normally true of most people. So if you can put out content out there yourself that appropriately represents you, that's empowering yourself to be able to make sure that they have that right image and that right, that understanding of what you do, and they can connect with you on so many levels before even meeting you. And that's control, and that's empowerment, and that's what we need to make sure that we're doing, is putting out that right information for anyone that wants to do business with us or follow us or learn more about it.
Well, and I love that aspect. You and I had talked a while back now, I think about a month ago, and I had mentioned to you about some of the Divas That Care. We love to promote stories of our the ladies that have come onto our show, a lot of the listeners that take part in and do a lot of things with us. And I've had the comments saying that I'm not a writer, I don't know if I could do that, but I've always been a believer that every woman's got a story to share. And I think somebody like yourself, Erica, could connect with these women that might not be able to do the writing part of it, but they could share their story with you, and you could help write that so that they could still submit it.
Oh, absolutely. I do partner with a lot of people. Sometimes people have gone through things that have been painful, and they just can't write it. They can't go through the process of attempting to write it. So I've worked with those people that have been victims and that have experienced, just some traumatic things in their lives that, yes, they can recount it verbally, but when it comes down to actually writing it, they just can't bring themselves to do it. I've worked with people that are older that can't, or people that can't type, people that can't. I mean, there's so many things that present themselves as obstacles that I either collaborate or partner with people to get their message out. So it's, the possibilities are endless, but I believe that everyone has a story to tell. We all have stories within us that can, one day help someone, or even to leave a legacy for, the generations to come, to be able to kind of have that imprint on the world.
Oh, my goodness. I completely agree with you. And I think that's where you and I are very on the same wavelength, that we really believe in that. And you know what, ladies, that's exactly why I really wanted Erica to be on our show today, because of what she can do. The possibilities are endless, and I just love it. Erica, I've got a question for you. Are you the only person that is doing this, or do you have other people that work for you that help you out for this, like writing these, doing the writing with you?
I am the only writer for now. I definitely have some people that I'm looking to groom and train to join the team. But right now I do have my business is very much based on relationship building. Customer relationship management is key for me. Yes. I try to ensure that every single person that I come across and that I work with is satisfied. It is like insane how obsessed I am with that. I follow up with them. Hey, how are things going? And it often turns to friendships. It often turns to relationships. So for me, I like to make sure that I can maintain that. So I am very hands-on right now. But as I've grown to do this full time, yes, I'm definitely open to expanding my team. But right now, it is me. I do have some editors that I work with to take a second and third look when it comes to the editing piece of it, because, as many eyes as you can get on something, the better. So for the editing process, yes. But for the ghostwriting and content creation, that is me.
Oh, and I love it. And, we're all about linking arms with other women and really promoting them. And I think that, honestly, Erica, I think that you've got an extremely great business model. And I think that with a lot of our listeners, as I was mentioning, you could really assist them in the things that they're wanting to create out there. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the other things that you're doing. You do a lot of workshops, and I want to talk about that too.
Yes. So I have a workshop. It's a community-based event called Vibe Sessions, and I call it Vibe Sessions because it's good vibes only. And I know that's a term that we use. It's become a little bit of a cliche lately, but vibes are very important. The vibrations that you give out to the universe. You want to make sure that you're speaking and you're affirming your worth and what you're able to do. So with the Vibe Sessions, we're encouraging people in the community to come out on their way home from work and drop into these sessions here in Cleveland, Ohio, between 5:30 and 8 p.m. The vacations tend to vary because we want to make sure we're reaching people that are in different parts of greater Cleveland. So we base it on, we normally use libraries as our platform. So we do the Warrensville Heights Public Library. We've done the Garfield Heights, Bedford. We're working on Solon here in the greater Cleveland area. But our hope is to be able to branch out and do it, at restaurants, maybe rent some rooms out, conference rooms, hotels, so that we can, reach a bigger audience. But we have snacks, refreshments, laptops, business. We have business consultants, a writing coach, and people that are there to provide you with information. And if they're not able to make it, or if you need something that we can't provide, we then refer you to someone else. So we're very much connected here in Cleveland. So we really like to send out people to those that can provide them with the service that they need. So right now it's a little bit of a smaller group. We have about 10 to 15 people, but we're really looking to grow and be able to make it so that we can do it online. We can do it through Facebook, so that people outside of Cleveland can really benefit from it.
Oh, and I think that's a fabulous idea, because I think just from listening to you that a lot of individuals would be very interested in taking and learning and being a part of that, to assist with you, but also to learn. And I think that's the thing, is if you can find all these like-minded individuals working together, then you're going to even expand even more. So you let us know, Erica, because I know that the Divas That Care and the Changemakers Cafe would be really interested in doing that with you.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, we've had some people that have left out of there and done some great, amazing things. They've started blogs. They've started websites. They've published book lines for their books. They've been connected with photographers and graphic designers who created the covers for their books. They've started an Instagram page and gotten followers, because we all have followed them, and then we've, shared their page with our network, and so they've gotten followers. So it's really, it's just, you're not leaving here until we accomplish what we need to accomplish, and we hold each other accountable. So when you walk out of there, not only, we hold it on Thursday, so we call it Vibe Session Thursdays, but not only have you checked something off your list, but now your weekend is freed up for, spending time with your family and loved ones, and even promoting what you've done with your loved ones.
Oh, yeah.
So then you come back the next Thursday. We have it every 3 weeks. So you come back 3 weeks later, and there's even more success stories. So we love doing it. We are thinking about making it available,
so
like
fun.
I said, on social media, or even on Saturdays, on the weekends.
Oh, I think that's fantastic, and what a great thing to do. Okay,
yes.
So now that we've talked about that, you also are an author. You have your own books out there, and you're a published poet. I want to talk about that, so I want you to share a little bit about those and where a person can go to get a hold of them.
Yeah, so Pinpoint Your Perspective is my latest book. Pinpoint Your Perspective, a free writing canvas and writer's instructional handbook. It is focused on, I have an idea, and it starts with the idea, and then by the time you're done with the book, your book or your blog or your website renovation is done. Everything in between these two covers has what you need. And then I also offer myself, like, you can email me if you have any questions about the content in the book. Those that purchase the book also have a free session included with the purchase with me, where I'm able to kind of guide you through, as long as you've gone through the exercises and you've shown that you have at least given it a try on your own. But it really is, and that helps entrepreneurs who are looking to expand their business and to establish themselves as a credit, just like an expert in their field. It helps those that are looking at maybe leaving their full-time job to take their side hustle or their side, business and launching it full-time. It helps with people that are looking to get more followers on LinkedIn or Instagram or social media. It just helps everyone in terms of communication and understanding what it takes to be a good communicator and what your followers are looking for from you. So it really kind of helps you with all of those pieces. And it can be found on Amazon.
I love it.
It is listed on, yes, it is listed
on Amazon. Okay.
Currently. Yes.
Well, that's fantastic, and we're definitely going to be posting that on our Facebook page here, because I think that is the key. A lot of us have these ideas, but we don't necessarily know how the process works. How are we going to get all these thoughts on paper? How are we going to get it to the next step? It's that step process, and even though we have a great idea, if we don't understand the process of it, it's not going to necessarily work out. So having yourself and also having this book so that we can kind of use it as a reference guide will definitely help out the budding authors out there. I think that's a fabulous thing.
Yes, thank you very much. It's easy to do. It's very we break it down into pretty much just those steps that are more feasible. Writing on a tight schedule, learning how to still be able to put out great content, but you're really, really busy and you're trying to figure out the time. Mm-hmm. We address writer's block. We address any type of self-doubt that you might have about yourself, like who's going to read this book or why should I even put this out? And then the factors that are controllable and uncontrollable in your life that you need to kind of head on and approach and take that power away from. just that I'm gonna take the power away from this belief because it's not true, and there's something
Yes.
I can do within my power to address it.
Oh my goodness, that is such an inspirational thing, and that will definitely help a lot of our listeners today. I do want to mention, though, before we are done today, is that you also do a lot of mentoring. You mentor youth, and I want to talk about that and how that's impacted your life.
Mentoring is a great way to be able to give back. With the Vibe sessions, the goal is those are free of cost. No one that comes there is being charged. And also with the mentoring that I do, I don't want to charge anyone because I do want to. It's very important that I give back because there were limited resources when I was younger for young writers and for people that wanted to become entrepreneurs. As far as I know, there weren't very many options for that. So I do like to do speaking engagements where I talk to the youth, tell them about LinkedIn and the power of networking, how to network effectively, even as a teenager, even as someone that is young. I do get invited out to do speaking engagements to the youth as well as to college students as well as fresh college graduates. People are starting their LinkedIn pages in high school now. People are starting internships in high school now, and even sometimes in junior high. Because it is important to know what it's like to be in the corporate world as well as networking and meeting people and seeing the value that others present in your life. So I talk to them about that. Hey, I know it's hard. This is an adult or this is someone that's a professional, but they're just like you. They're not any different than you are. They just have a little bit more experience, and they want to help. So this is how you leverage that. This is how you let them help you. Because they want to help you as just as much as you want to be helped. So just helping them with getting that confidence to strike up that conversation. Can I grab your business card and can I follow up with you in a year? Or can you write me a recommendation letter if we build a relationship? So those are critical things that I love speaking to the youth about.
Oh, and I think that's perfect because, you know what, isn't that the truth? Like, we have to be careful about our social media presence. We have to make sure that it's a positive thing, and that because that's where employers and everybody goes and looks. They want to know what type of a person you are, and if you present yourself one way, but then they kind of find out that you're actually another way, that's a real deterrence. They'll be like, well, I don't know if that's the right person, what I want in my company, or whatever they're wanting to do. So I think that it's fantastic because I really believe that nowadays we really have to stress that because I don't think the younger even the older people, I guess you would say too, like myself, you have to be careful what you're putting out there because people will always go and look back and see who you are.
Candace, you hit that right on the head. I used to be a recruiter, and when I was recruiting at one point, I had a hiring manager that I presented the candidate to them, and the hiring manager said, I don't like their content on Facebook. I don't like what they put out there. And I said, oh, wow, let me take a look. And I looked, and it was something that probably would have seemed harmless to the person when they posted it. But you need to be sure that if you are going to post something, anything that could be misinterpreted, that you make it private. Do not post publicly. Because even if someone is not your friend, they can still see your page, some things. So you have to make sure that you're very selective about what you post and that maybe you might have to restrict it. And so most people don't know that. I didn't know 2 years ago the difference between public and private. So it's important.
Yep. I love it. And I love all the tips and things that you've told us today. I should say, is there any last-minute things you'd love to share with our listeners?
The biggest thing that I wanted to share is just that communication is something that's necessary for all of us. I know that some people may think, oh, I'm not a writer or I don't need writing, but you do. If you are going to advertise your business, if you are going to a networking event and you need an elevator speech, if you need to send out emails to your clients, if you need to represent your company at an event, where your company sends you out and you need to speak to people, that's all a part of communication. So communication is key these days. You need to make sure that you're able to express yourself in a way that is pleasing, professional, poised, and polished. And if you don't do that, then you might do some damage to yourself, your company, or, just to your overall reputation. So we have to definitely make sure we're mindful at all times about what we put out there.
Thank you so much, Erica. This was fantastic. It was very enlightening, and I really loved what we talked about today. So I just want to leave it with this. Erica, we'd love to have you back on the show. I'd love to have you share more stuff, tips and tools with our listeners. So if you're interested, we would definitely love to have you back later on.
Absolutely. Thank you. I would be honored.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? Thank you to all of our listeners. You know, we appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time today to listen to our amazing guest, Erica Parker. I'm going to be posting this show on our Facebook and all of our social media so that you are able to take this link and send it to your friends and family, to your business associates, people that are looking for a writer, somebody to help them through the experience. I think that either purchasing Erica's book or having her contact her and work with her directly, I think would be a very beneficial thing for your businesses. So again, thank you so much, Erica. Thank you to all of our listeners, and I hope that you do something to pay it forward today. And until next time, we will talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.